Hello and welcome to Elite Weather. I'm your meteorologist, Mr. G, here with you once again as we talk about the upcoming weather forecast for the next 48 hours. Get you ready for your weekend and round out the rest of your work week. So let's get started and talk about our first segment here. And we're going to be covering our city of the day. And our city of the day is going to be the lovely city of Princeton, Illinois, out there in north central Illinois. It is also the birthplace where my wife was born and her family lived out there. And it's also a famous place along the Underground Railroad because the home that you see in the top corner up there is the home of abolitionist Owen Lovejoy, who lived from 1811 to 1864. And he was an influential person, and he lived in that house, a national historic landmark, which was used as a depot on the Underground Railroad. He was born in Maine. Lovejoy moved to Princeton in 1838, where he was a minister for a congregational church, and only he 1 year before, Lovejoy had witnessed the shooting death of his brother Elijah, which only caused him to further the cause of abolitionists, because his brother was a editor for a abolitionist newspaper. So witnessing his brother get killed by a pro-slavery mob in Alton, Illinois, really furthered his belief and really spurred his drive to fight against slavery. So just a little bit about the lovely city of Princeton, Illinois for you. And as we move on, we're going to be talking about your weather today. And your weather today is kind of interesting out there across the country as we're seeing some different things taking place. A lot of rain taking place through some parts of the nation, especially across the southeast and the Gulf Coast and through portions of the Rockies and the southwestern deserts with those monsoons out there. So as we take a look at our weather highlights, we are going to be seeing that heavy rain along the Gulf Coast, and the monsoons are also going to be leading to some flooding through portions of the southwestern deserts and the central Rockies. And we're going to be seeing a lot of hot weather through the southwestern deserts and the central California area as well, as we're seeing triple digits in that region as well. So now let's talk about our national radar, and you're seeing that heavy rain down there along the Gulf Coast, especially portions of Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and through the state of Florida. We're still seeing some showers down here across South Texas, so south to San Antonio, definitely through the Houston area, and down here through the Rio Grande Valley down here in southern Texas along the Mexican border. And we're seeing some more showers and storms from another area of low pressure there across the upper Mississippi Valley and the Great Lakes. So we're seeing some showers and thunderstorms that way, and we have a frontal boundary that's extended all the way here to the northern high plains and the northern Rockies, and we have our monsoon moisture influence in that area as well, and we're seeing those heavy rains down through the southwestern deserts and even into the mountains and deserts of California and close to Los Angeles County. So if you're in the eastern sections of the LA area, Riverside, and San Bernardino, you're also going to experience some of those thunderstorms as well. So as we take a look at our watches and warnings and things like that, we have our heavy rain down here along the Gulf Coast, leading to some flooding issues. So we're seeing some floods, watches, flood warnings, and even flash flooding potential. More flash flooding possible here through the deserts of Southern California, Southern Nevada, and far western Arizona, where we're having those monsoons, and we're seeing some heavy rainfall as well. And we're also seeing some flooding concerns through portions of the northwestern Montana through the Glacier Park region as well, where heavy rain and some flooding, and also through portions on the north rim of Yellowstone National Park. And we have a heat advisory through the portions of the Pacific Northwest through northwestern Washington and the Puget Sound. We have heat advisories as those temperatures are in the lower 90s. So that is a look at the watches and hazards. Now let's talk about our temperatures for tomorrow. And we're going to be seeing those 90s here through the central and southern plains, but upper 80s and lower 90s and down and through the state of Texas. And we're going to be seeing those 70s and 80s along the Gulf Coast as we have a lot of cloud cover in place and rainfall. So that rainfall is going to help to keep the temperatures cooler along the Gulf Coast. Bit warm down there in Florida. We will see our 90s and we will see our 80s and 90s through the mid-Atlantic and through portions of the Midwest and to the central plains as well. We're going to see our 90s. But those 80s there across the Great Lakes and the upper Mississippi Valley and the high plains, we're going to be seeing those temperatures in the 80s as well. And we will also see our temperatures in the 90s through portions of the interior of the Pacific Northwest on the leeward side of the Cascade Mountain Range. And our heat is down here across the southwestern deserts, the Mojave Desert, Southern California, southwestern Arizona, Phoenix to the west, and down there in Yuma, Palm Springs, southern Las Vegas area, and through the Central Valley, through the Grapevine is where we're going to be seeing those temperatures about 100 to 105 degrees down there across the Southwest. So that's where our heat lies for tomorrow. And as we take a look at our surface analysis, what we have is two big features. We have our low pressure center that's here in the northwest. We actually have two areas of low pressure here. So we have what's called a double barrel low. So we got one here and we're going to have one here. And each one is going to have the frontal boundary that's extended offshore, but it comes onshore down here across the southeast and the far southern Gulf Coast. So right along the Gulf Coast, we're going to be seeing that frontal boundary that's all the way up through portions of South Texas. And along this boundary and near this boundary, we're going to be seeing that rainfall. So we're going to be seeing those showers and thunderstorms. We do have a shortwave area of low pressure right here. So it's going to enhance that rainfall that we're going to be seeing along the Gulf Coast tomorrow. So we have that shortwave that's kind of enhancing things. And then we have a secondary low pressure center here across the upper Mississippi Valley through Minnesota and Wisconsin. And it has a cold front that's extending through the northern plains and into the high plains and through portions of the northern Rockies. And it's along that frontal boundary and associated low pressure just south of the Canadian border. We're going to be seeing showers and thunderstorms in that region as well. And if there's anywhere we could be seeing some severe weather, it's going to be associated with this. However, there is no organized areas or severe weather expected at this time, but we cannot rule out an isolated severe thunderstorm with that activity. So as we take a look at our severe weather outlook for tomorrow, not a whole lot going on as far as severe weather is concerned, but we cannot rule out an isolated severe storms through the Great Lakes, the plains, and the high plains of the northern Rockies. Here is our weather forecast for your Wednesday. We're going to be seeing that monsoon moisture continue across the southwestern deserts through New Mexico, Arizona, and the Four Corners, all the way up into the northern plains and the northern Rockies, where we have our storm system in place. It's going to be tapping into some of that monsoon moisture. So we're going to be seeing those thunderstorms out there and some more thunderstorms in toward the Great Lakes, headed toward the northeast, as we have our double barrel areas of low pressure across the northeast. Here's our second front that's extending down the southeast and onto the mid-south and through portions of the southern plains and the Gulf Coast. So we're going to have a secondary shortwave area of low pressure here. This is an open wave, so it's going to help to enhance that rainfall down here along the Gulf Coast for your Wednesday. So more heavy rain and some flooding potential is going to be expected. We're going to be seeing dry weather across the central and southern plains and those temperatures in the lower 90s. We will see those 80s across the upper Mississippi Valley through Minnesota, and we're going to be seeing those 90s in the Pacific Northwest. but we will see 100s plus through the Central Valley of California and down through portions of the Southwest if you're not dealing with a monsoon storm out in Southern California at any particular time. Here we are for your Thursday, for your Friday. So now you have your Thursday and Friday weather forecast. Did I say, I don't know if I said Wednesday, but I think I meant to say Thursday in case I did say Wednesday. That was your Thursday. Here's your Friday outlook. And Friday, more monsoons through the four corners. So Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, and Utah. So the Southern Rockies and the southwestern deserts will see more of those monsoons and some flash flooding problems possible as well. And we have more showers and storms along this trough of low pressure here that's going to be through portions of the southwest, the southeast, and along the Gulf Coast. So more rain for your Friday and into the state of Florida, into the portions of the far southeast through South Carolina, all the way over to Texas, where we're going to be seeing that rainfall. And we'll see dry weather for the mid-Atlantic states and into the Great Lakes, but we have our low pressure centers in the northeast that's going to provide some showers and thunderstorms in that region. And we'll see dry weather across the central and southern plains with our temperatures in the 90s. So a nice day for you guys. Just a little bit on the humid side, just a little, but dry weather. No severe weather is expected, but we will see those thunderstorms through portions of the upper Mississippi Valley, through Iowa and Minnesota, and again toward the northern plains of North Dakota, South Dakota, and through all of Montana, the high plains, and the northern Rockies for your Friday, and some showers and thunderstorms as we have that Canadian system right there along the U.S. and Canadian border out that way. And we'll see hot weather through the Pacific Northwest for your Friday as those temperatures in the 90s. But as you go down the California coast, you will run into those triple digits through the Central Valley. So we're talking Sacramento down to Bakersfield, where those temperatures could range from 100 to 105. And we'll also see those triple digit temperatures across the southwestern deserts of California as well, or the eastern deserts, the Mojave Desert. So Palm Springs, Blythe, Indio, Hemet, that region, Banning, over into the Arizona border. We're talking southwest of Phoenix through Yuma and through Pinal County and Graham County. Down there, we're going to be seeing that hot weather. So that was a look at your 3-day weather forecast. Now we are going to talk about the tropics. And the tropics are interesting because we've had a very, very quiet tropical Atlantic season. Haven't seen much going on. Part of that problem has been dust coming off of the Sahara has kind of stabilized the atmosphere, made the upper levels of the atmosphere much cooler, so we haven't been able to draw in that heat and really lift it up because we've had that dust in the middle and upper layers of the atmosphere. Well, that dust is starting to change direction, so things just might start to get active and we could still get in that active tropical storm season as we move toward the month of September. Now, this map here is what the GFS is seeing about September the 5th. So as we move down, this is all hypothetical. This may not exist tomorrow, but today we have as many as 3 tropical systems we're expecting in the Gulf of Mexico or the Atlantic. So we're going to have one hurricane out here over toward the Leeward Islands. So on the far end of the Caribbean, we got this storm. We're expecting another storm here near Florida, tropical storm hurricane. We have this one near Mexico. Actually, we got 2 maps. This one is going to be about, September the 5th. So we have this potential hurricane / tropical storm here down in the lower Gulf of Mexico, near southeastern Mexico here. So we have this guy, and then we have this guy out here that the GFS thinks we're going to have all of these tropical systems. Now, as we move into, this is going to be about Thursday, September the 8th. Now we're a few days later. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. Here is Florida, the Florida Panhandle, North Florida here. Hurricane, tropical storm possible. This could be a hurricane, tropical storm here. Powerful hurricane there, but that one is going to be not really affecting land, at least according to the GFS. But the fact that the tropics can suddenly wake up, and we might even have something down here off the southwestern side of Mexico in the Pacific. So this is all hypothetical. This is all the GFS dreaming. So, all right. So yeah. But this is definitely something to keep an eye on. The tropics is definitely starting to liven up, and I don't know why I'm missing a map here, but we was going to look at a map of what was currently going on. We do have a couple of tropical waves out there. My map disappeared. I don't know what happened, but we do have a tropical wave. There's one that's just coming off the African coast, a big one, and we have one that's just about right here right now, and it's going to be over a few days. Right now, not much is going to happen, but as it moves to the west, in a few days, it could be in a bit more favorable environment, so we can see some further development with time, and both of those systems can move off and eventually become our fourth and fifth tropical named storms this year. So we're going to keep an eye on it, but just know the tropics are about to go off. It's about to go down. So keeping an eye on the tropics. So pretty soon my whole attention could go to the tropical Atlantic. So we'll just keep an eye, and I'll let you guys know what's happening with that. That's all I have for now, guys. A little bit of, I don't know, daydreaming here, but I don't know why would you daydream or wish for big hurricanes, but I don't know. Who knows? Some people like Floridians like that. If you ask the guy on TikTok, oh my God, it's Wicks. He's a Florida guy. He's always talking about hurricanes and stuff. Check him out on TikTok. He's pretty funny. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys. This video is getting long. I'm going to get out of here. Got schoolwork to do. Bye-bye. See you guys tomorrow in the next video. See you later.